My name is Halima Kazem, and I'm the journalism instructor for AGEEP. I work at the intersection of human rights and journalism. My specialties are human rights reporting, reporting on women's rights, human rights, political rights, a broad spectrum of rights. Investigative journalism is just very, very good journalism. It's journalism. It's a journalist. Journalists who are investigative journalists usually have done this for a very long time, and they know how to put pieces of stories together and then connect more pieces to it. So build this web of a story. So usually the basic story is the inner circle of the web, and then the investigative story broadens and the web grows and grows. And they know how to build links and do the research and the follow-up interviews to go deeper into the story.
So then it sounds like you need very good research skills. Is that right?
Yes, good research skills, good analytical skills to be able to read between the lines of your notes in your interviews and find elements that maybe on the first take you don't see. And also find the angles, the questions that remain in your mind of why did this source say this? Or where are they going with this? Take that and expand on those topics and those issues and do follow-up stories to some of the basic news stories that you do.
So then if you're doing an investigative piece, obviously if you're doing all those follow-ups, it takes more time to do an investigative piece.
Much more time. It takes a long time to do good, thorough investigative pieces, because what you're doing is oftentimes you're taking interviews and research and you're cross-checking it and you're cross-referencing it, and that takes time. You may do an interview with someone and then receive some other information and then have to schedule an interview with that person again to say, well, I found this in follow-up. What do you have to say about this? What does this mean when I hear this? In investigative pieces, usually someone's not, the point of the story is that some information is being hidden, something is not right, someone's lying, something's missing, and you're the detective finding that out, looking for that information. An investigative piece that I did a long time ago for TV was on child arsonists. And I had to track crime, youth crime rate in different parts of the country, and finding the hot spots, the hot spots for child arsonists. And so it was looking through a lot of records. It was speaking to a lot of people. And what the story first started out was finding the places where this happens more often. But what it ended up being is, why does it happen? Why do these kids do it? So it went from a story of crime to a story of almost child psychology, of what is it that why are they doing this? Yeah. Is it for attention? So it evolved. We touched on the criminal aspect, but because it was an investigative piece, it took the form of almost an analytical, psychological piece of why children do what they do, why they commit crimes. And that took a very long time. That took almost 3 months to produce a 20-minute TV segment. Sure, you have the effects of having camera and audio and all of the gear that's with you, but investigative pieces can take anywhere from a month to 3 months to longer. When they get past 3 months, I think they turn into book ideas.
Right.
Yeah.